This is Zachary Griffin with the SSHS Band News. Today, we'll be discussing what the 2023 marching band production will be, hopefully with some answers. We go to Miss Bielecki in the middle school and high school band halls.
We're here with Charlie Roden, Mr. Griffin's favorite Roden. Charlie, what do you think the next year's show is about?
I think it has to do with something like a Pixar Disney movie, because if you look at the teasers that are already out, it's Ratatouille and WALL-E, and those are both Academy Award-winning 2021 Disney Pixar movies. I think one of those 11 movies that won in 2021 are going to be the show.
Mayfield. Colby, what do you think next year's show is about?
Well, I think it's also going to be a Pixar movie, as Charlie said. There's a lot of research, and honestly, I think another good one, I feel like we're just going to play, songs just, overall. We're going to do, just songs from, Pixar movies, honestly. That's all I think we're going to really do.
Statler, what do you think the show is going to be next year?
Well, I don't have as much evidence as the other people I've heard recently, but I think it's going to be about the moon, mostly just because the first one was in space and the second one showed Ratatouille holding cheese. So,
cool. Sienna, what do you think our show is next year?
I think it could be many things, including WALL-E, anything like a Pixar themed, maybe the 60s, maybe Apocalypse.
Do you have any reasoning for those reasons or ideas?
Okay, so the first teaser video had WALL-E as a song. Well, that song was also connected to a musical called Hello Dolly that was made in the 60s. And Ratatouille is in the 60s, that's the time period it's in. But if it was to be Pixar, it's both of those movies are Pixar movies.
Cool. Nice. Jasmine, what do you think our show is next year?
It is a Disney Pixar crossover movie.
Why do you think that?
Because you've been sending out WALL-E movies and then Ratatouille. Out of anything, it's Rats in Space from last year's teaser video.
Cool. All right, I'm here with Justin and Sam. Justin, what do you think next year's show is going to be about?
Maybe space.
Cool.
Maybe it's going to be space or end of the world, maybe.
Nice. What do you think our show is next year?
That's a good question. So we have WALL-E and Ratatouille running at a Lord knows what, but there's water splashing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the show next year is a nuclear apocalypse. 3, 2, 1. Crazy. It's going to go down.
Okay. Anthony, what do you think next year's show is going to be?
I'm thinking it's certain events during the 60s.
Can I ask your reasoning?
Okay, well, the first video, it showed an apocalypse and in space. So that led me to believe space race during the 60s. Then second one was the big water one. And that made me believe that the nuclear bomb, big thing during that time, during that took place. Bikini Atoll. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name.
Cool. All right, and Ty, what do you think?
That's literally my idea. He's not talked to him about it yesterday.
Cool. Kathy, what do you think our show is going to be next year?
I think it has something to do with the 4 elements.
Cool. Any reasoning behind that?
The waves, the water, and then the wind turbines, wind.
Nice. All right, Abby, what do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be with the sea or waves, something like that.
And what's your reasoning for the sea or waves?
In the second video, the note that was playing was sea, and in the first one, there is no water on the planet that has been shown.
Hello. We're here with G-Dog. And G-Dog, what do you think the show's going to be?
I think the show is Avengers. If you look in the very first clip, you can see Thor's hammer in the big asteroid belt satellite thingy. Plus it zooms into New York City, which is where the first Avengers movie takes place. The second clip, the little ring around is the color of the Tesseract. It's borderline the Tesseract. And then the rat, what is New York known for? What is New York known for? The rats. It's clearly the Avengers.
Thank you. Now back to you, Mr. Griffin.
Thank you for not being helpful at all. I guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow. With the SSHS Band News, this is Zachary Griffin. Good night.